In a world dominated by blockbuster titles and multi-million dollar studios, a quiet revolution is reshaping the gaming landscape. Small teams, often just a handful of people, are creating games that captivate millions. These are indie games, born from passion, not budgets, and they are taking over the industry. Today, we'll explore how indie games rose from obscurity, the story behind their biggest successes, and why these small games are now challenging the giants of gaming. In the early days of PC and gaming console, small developers crafted unique experiences often distributed on floppy disks or CDs, but high production costs and limited distribution kept most indie games out of the mainstream. Around the year 2000 brought a turning point. Platforms like Steam, Xbox Live Arcade, and Nintendo eShop opened doors for small developers to reach global audience. Suddenly, the only limit was creativity. Braid, released in 2008 by Jonathan Blow, was one of the first indie games to gain critical acclaim and commercial success, demonstrating that deep, innovative gameplay could stand alongside AAA titles. Some indie games didn't just succeed, they became global phenomena. A game called Minecraft, released in 2009 by Marcus Notch Persson, started as a small sandbox project. Today is one of the best-selling games of all time, with over 200 million copies sold. Its success proved that a game could thrive on creativity alone. Stardew Valley, a game developed almost entirely by Eric Barone, he spent 4 years in development, a solo developer crafting a game that rivaled major studios. And the result? It became a hit because it resonated with players on a deeply personal level. These games proved that innovation, emotion, and artistry can capture players' heart in ways that massive marketing campaigns cannot. Indie games thrive because they embrace freedom, creativity, and community in ways AAA games cannot. Developers are free from corporate oversight, letting them explore unconventional gameplay and storytelling. Platforms like Steam, itch.io, and mobile stores allow games to reach millions instantly. Discord, Kickstarter, and social media allowed fans to directly support development and give feedback. For example, a game called Hades by Supergiant Games became a massive hit through early access and fan engagement. Players could influence development, creating a sense of ownership and loyalty that few AAA games can achieve. While AAA titles still dominate total revenue, indie games are making an incredible mark. In fact, in 2023, indie games accounted for roughly 50% of new games released on major digital platforms. Hades sold over 1 million copies in its first year, winning multiple Games of the Year awards. Minecraft and Stardew Valley generated hundreds of millions in revenue with small teams. Indie games often succeed with smaller budgets but higher player engagement, proving that profitability doesn't always require blockbuster funding. Indie games are also pushing boundaries in narrative, art, and music, like Celeste, known for tackling mental health, precise platforming, and emotional storytelling. Undertale, a moral choice mechanics and humor subversing RPG convention, and Hollow Knight, combining intricate design with a haunting soundtrack. These experiences resonate because they are personal and unique, offering players emotional depth that AAA titles often struggle to deliver. The indie revolution showed no signs of slowing down. New tools like Unity, Unreal Engine, and AI assisted development empower even tiny teams to create AAA quality experiences. Streaming platforms, social media, and cloud gaming give indie developers unprecedented reach. As the gaming community craves originality and personal connection, indie games are positioned to lead the next generation of gaming. From basements to billion-dollar platforms, indie developers prove that innovation, passion, and storytelling matters more than size. The age of indie games is here and is changing the gaming industry forever. In a world where bigger isn't always better, the smallest team are making the biggest impact.